On a bright morning along a busy city street, the sound of footsteps, bicycle bells, and distant car horns blended into the familiar music of daily life. There was Anthony, a mobile pipe repairman who carried his tools in a sturdy bag and his smile like a badge of honor. His destination was an address he had seen many times on his work schedule, but never thought much about until he arrived and saw the name on the door. Nana, a name he recognized instantly. She had been a close friend years ago, someone he'd shared school days and countless laughs with before life took them in different directions. After the warm greeting, Anthony got to work. The problem was a stubborn leak under the kitchen sink. He crouched down, tools in hand, and began to work carefully. Nana noticed, as she often had in the past, how focused and sincere he was when doing something he cared about.
中の配管が詰まって腐食してるみたいですね。ちょっとお時間いただいていいですか？
そうですか。よろしくお願いします。
はい、できるだけ早くなるように頑張ります。
His expression was so earnest that when a little streak of dust found its way across his cheek, she couldn't help but laugh softly. Anthony, realizing what had happened, laughed too, the kind of laugh that eases any lingering awkwardness after years apart. When the job seemed done, they decided to take a short break.
お茶を入れましたから少し休憩してください。
いや、そんな申し訳ないっすよ。
His innocence and sincerity made Nana laugh when she saw his face covered with dirt. Nana poured 2 cups of tea, the steam curling gently in the sunlight, streaming through the window. They talked about old memories, the places they used to go, the silly jokes they used to tell. It was the kind of conversation that feels both nostalgic and grounding, a reminder of the connections that survive time and distance. What Anthony didn't know yet was that this day, which started like any other, would quietly become a turning point. Not because of the leak under the sink, but because of the way life sometimes uses small encounters to set us back on the path we're meant to walk. A path that teaches us, challenges us, and ultimately helps us grow. As Anthony prepared to pack up his tools, he decided to give the repaired pipe one final check. Yet somehow, the water began to flow where it shouldn't. It wasn't a major problem, but it was clear the repair wasn't holding the way it should. Anthony paused, feeling a mix of mild frustration and quiet disappointment in himself. He prided himself on doing his best for every job, and the idea of leaving something unfinished didn't sit well with him. And later that day, another team from his company arrived to make the necessary adjustments.
他の水道管も直す必要があるので、また改めて後日お伺いします。
ありがとうございます。
本当にすいませんでした。
Back at work, Anthony's supervisor decided it might be best for him to take some time off, framing it as an opportunity to refresh his skills and regain confidence. The message was given with understanding, but Anthony couldn't help feeling a little deflated. He had always approached his work with care, and now he was unsure of where he stood. The next day, another employee from the company came to check the leaking pipe again.
こんにちは、ペリカン社です。修理に参りました。じゃあ失礼します。台所どこですか？あ、こちら。失礼しますね。
Nana was surprised because the person who appeared today was not her friend.
川瀬さんは？
あ、川瀬ですか？ どうしたナナコ？
なんでもないの。
Days passed, and the rhythm of the city moved on. One afternoon, as Nana was returning from a small errand, she spotted a familiar figure walking along the opposite side of the street. It was Anthony.
川瀬さん、
His usual easy smile wasn't quite there. Instead, he seemed lost in thought, his gaze fixed on the pavement as if searching for answers. When Nana reached home, she found something unexpected. Near the corner of her living room, tucked just behind the kitchen door, was Anthony's repair kit, the same one he always carried. She remembered how he had once mentioned that every tool in the kit had a purpose, each one carefully chosen over years of work. She knew it wasn't just equipment to him. It was a part of his daily life, his identity, and his pride. Holding the kit in her hands, Nana thought about the kind of person Anthony was, someone who gave his best even in small tasks, someone who treated his work not just as a job, but as a service to others. She felt a quiet resolve form in her heart.
ナナコどうしたんだ？
なんでもないわ。
She decided she wouldn't just return the tools. She would return something more, a bit of encouragement, a reminder that setbacks don't erase years of effort and dedication.
もしもし、川瀬さん、大事な道具をうちに忘れてますよ。よかったら届けましょうか？
The next morning, after seeing her husband off to work, Nana took a small notepad from the kitchen counter and wrote a few gentle words. I have something to do. I will go out for a bit. She gently placed it on the table and stepped out into the bustling street. The walk to Anthony's neighborhood wasn't far, but Nana took her time. She thought about the times in her own life when a few kind words from someone had made all the difference. She didn't see this as a grand gesture, just a simple reminder that even in moments of uncertainty, no one has to walk alone. When she reached Anthony's small apartment building, he looked up, surprised to see her standing there with his familiar repair kit in hand. Just keep going. Every day is a new opportunity to do better. You can do it, she said. He gave a small, grateful nod, as though her words had reached somewhere deeper than either of them could fully explain. They stood there for a while, talking about the past few days. She reminded him of the qualities she had always admired, his dedication, his willingness to help, and the way he brought warmth into every task, no matter how small. Anthony promised himself, and silently promised her, that he would use this time, not as an ending, but as a new chapter. He would train harder, learn more, and return to his work with the same heart, but with even greater skill and confidence. In the weeks that followed, Anthony took time to rebuild his skills and confidence. Each morning, he practiced new repair techniques, studied carefully, and learned from more experienced colleagues. The repair kit Nana returned became a daily reminder, not just of his work, but of resilience and the power of encouragement. When the company invited him back, Anthony accepted with renewed determination. Every repair was now done with extra care and precision, and he found joy not only in solving problems, but in knowing he was growing as a person. Nana returned to her routine, yet often thought about that morning she reached out to help. It deepened her belief that even the smallest act of kindness can spark real change. One sunny afternoon, Anthony brought her a small potted plant. For your kitchen, he smiled, to remind you that your kindness grows. They enjoyed tea and conversation, grateful for the renewed friendship. From then on, they stayed in touch, carrying the same quiet truth. Setbacks are temporary, but compassion and persistence and turn them into new beginnings.